So when you entered into that relationship, what would you say were the first red flags?
So Safe Homes has a saying that victims are beat down before they're beat up. And the beat down is the emotional, verbal, and mental abuse. At the time I met my abuser, I was a former Miss Augusta and a former Miss Southeast Georgia. So I had attended the Miss Georgia pageant twice. I was attending Augusta State University on a music scholarship for the piano. So I had all these things going for me. I met my abuser, and very slowly over time, he would use words to break down my self-esteem, my self-worth. He started to alienate me from my parents, and growing up Filipino immigrant, the family bond that I grew up with was very strong. And then I found myself not talking to my parents anymore, not talking to my brother anymore, and it very much had a lot to do with the domestic violence and the verbal and emotional abuse.
Mm-hmm. Were your parents, how worried were they? Because as you said, that you
They
had a
weren't.
very strong
They
family
weren't,
bond.
because I never let them know. So many times people think, well, if my best friend was being abused, I would know. If my sister was being abused, I would know. You won't, because we are so ashamed. We're so ashamed that we let ourselves be put in that situation. We're so ashamed as to what the world will think of us. And there's a stigma associated with domestic violence victims and survivors. She's stupid. I would never let someone treat me like that. How can she stay? All of those judgmental questions and statements and words just minimizes what domestic violence victims are going through. Mm-hmm. And it makes us not want to reach out for help, because asking someone or telling someone what we're going through makes people feel sorry for us, and that's not what we want.